So moving on, movie I fucking really liked the Conjuring 2, sequel to the Conjuring, which appeared in 2014, I think, as well. Right? That sounds right.
Yeah,
that sounds right.
14 or 13.
Yeah, James Wan, director of Insidious, the Insidious 1 and 2, and the first Conjuring comes with this sequel. We see the two. I guess you call them exorcists, Ghostbusters,
paranormal investigators.
Paranormal investigators.
Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Yeah, the Warrens, played by the wonderful Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga. They got a new fucking case, and we see this one going. This film is a lot more heartfelt and a lot more about the relationship, and I think that's what sticks it out a lot in these horror movies. Like this one has a lot of heart and like a lot more dynamics between the relationships. So, sure, they got this. The case isn't that spectacular. It's just a girl who is possessed by this demon, and there's this whole thing that Vera Farmiga's character thinks that if they keep doing this exorcism thing, that Patrick Wilson's character is going to die. It's going to lead to his death somehow. But they decided to go take on this one job, mostly to investigate, but they eventually get wrapped up too much in it. And to be fair, there's a lot of moments like that where like, hey, we're just going to go talk to them, whatever the fuck. You need to promise me that you are not going to... We won't go far. We'll only go here because I can't lose you. And you expect that those promises are going to get broken, and it's not just going to be a checkup. But the way they do it, they go to like, okay, we're actually in this now, and I'm sorry, I'm going to break this promise to you, but you know, whatever. Those moments where like it feels natural. Mm-hmm. There is no moment where like, I don't know, it's all like, oh, I guess we do have to get back into this one more time. And come on, you know from the beginning I was going to break this promise. Like, when they finally do get really deep into this shit, and like she does make him promise, hey, we can't let this go too far. And finally, where it's like at the end of the movie, where it's like, yo, this, you might die. They do have a moment where it's like, hey, I'm truly sorry, but I can't live with myself. Whatever it is, it's a good moment. So that stuff with the characters works really great. Like I said, I think like the actual spooky story here isn't that exciting or different. Mm-hmm. I think they do cool stuff with the effects and the monster itself, and the people involved in the exorcism, the little girl and the family are really cool. So yeah, I'm kind of all over the place, but getting more focused. This film starts off like everything I was so worried about, like this is gonna be cash in, it's gonna be fucking dumb. But as it goes on, it gets more James Wan-y, fucking weird and scary, and you get invested in it. And it just all comes together to this fucking great payoff, and it just makes you feel fan-fucking-tastic by the end of it. So yeah, before I really like fucking splurge more on this movie, what do you guys want to say about this thing?
I was super pessimistic about this movie when the trailers first started coming out, because I was like, shit, because I loved The Conjuring, and then I was like, oh boy, here we go.
We got those crosses put them upside down. Yeah. Look at that, oh boy.
And it's like, that looks bad. But I'm really happy that I was wrong about it, because I really enjoyed this movie, because you could tell that I don't know how to put it, but it's like when a horror movie is set up correctly with the right amount of passion and tension and eye for like mood and suspense rather than just bleh.
Yeah, and also knowing what the audience is expecting out of it. I think I'll talk about it later, but yeah. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. But yeah, I really, really liked it, and I liked a lot of the stuff that they did with the actual haunt sequences with the Crooked Man specifically.
It looks so goddamn cool. It's like stop motion.
He was my favorite
shit.
part. Yeah,
it's like fantastic.
It breaks out into this Nightmare Before Christmas-esque creature, and it's just like,
and you see
was
it clearly.
So happy.
Oh, it's so good.
That was the best.
You can see it clearly, and the way it moves, it's fan-fucking-tastic. Ryan, what do you guys say?
Well, I really did not like the first Conjuring.
Really?
Everyone was all like, oh, it's
the best horror movie in like forever.
Best horror movie. And I watched it and I was like, this is really kind of just like generic. Like, it's good, but like it didn't do anything.
That's exactly what I thought.
It didn't do anything like new, but it did everything like good.
I thought within this formula of making movies, I thought it was a damn good one of those.
But I've seen like 1,000 before, so it didn't interest me.
Right.
And I really kind of felt the same about this.
Really?
Like, it wasn't bad. It's just like I felt like I've seen all this before.
Mm-hmm.
And like what it didn't bring a lot new to the table
Mm-hmm.
in terms of horror. Like the stop motion stuff, like you said, was cool, and it actually like built the characters up. And part of that's because it is a sequel, and it was a sequel in like the good aspects of like it built on the characters. It wasn't just like let's go for one more ride. It was like, hey, like you're gonna die if we do this. Like we need to stop. He's like, I don't know about that. Ghost hunting is my passion, much like my art.
Yeah, Patrick Wilson picks up painting.
My favorite part of the movie, though, is like when he's like, "Oh, I just had like a dream last night, so I drew this painting. And it's the most terrifying fucking painting of all." And he's like, "I'm gonna hang it up on the wall for everyone to see." Yeah,
she goes to the office and he had hung it up. It's like, why'd he hang that up, Jesus?
That's the most terrifying painting ever.
That'll look good, right? Here.
Right there. That'll be a good scary bit later. But yeah, this was an okay movie. I thought.
Okay.
I don't know.
So I fucking loved it so much because I feel like when we watch these fucking horror movies, especially the stuff where you're not expecting it to be great, like you go to watch something like a Southbound or something like a VHS movie, and you're like, oh, this is gonna do something cool and exciting, and I'm excited, cool. And maybe you watch like I know when I first watched The Conjuring, like, oh, this is gonna be this movie. Okay, the viewer almost signs like a contract. We're like, okay, I'm gonna let myself go and maybe let you have fun. Like, I know what the jump scares are going to be. Like, jump scares suck because, not because they're ineffective, but because we see them coming because we are so used to them, and we kind of let ourselves, like, okay, I'm going to humor you. I'm going to, like, oh, that was spooky, whatever the hell. And I think this movie, there's a scene where this painting that Ryan mentioned, where that painting finally comes in for that spooky goof, right? Mm-hmm. And the way they do it, it's like, fuck, it understands how that whole jump scare works. Like, you need to have this object that's scary that the audience knows it's gonna fucking come at them at one point. And so they're staring at it intently. And they go through the whole thing, stare at it intently, like, oh, is it gonna do it? And it doesn't do it. And so then you're like, okay, now I'm waiting for the scare. Where's the scare? And then the scare happens, but it's another noise. And you're like, okay, that was weird. What the fuck was that? And then you see that something else is moving over here. Like, okay, but wait a minute. I need to go look at the thing that I know is going to fucking scare me. And now the audience can't because they're looking over here like, fuck, what is it? And so now you're fucking engaged. You're fucking active. And you know you're no longer safe. And I fucking love that scene because of it. It knows what, like, okay, we're going to fuck with the convention a little bit. Enough to make it exciting and cool. Because it's still kind of in that formula. Like, this is a Hollywood horror movie. It still kind of is, but it does enough different stuff and enough that, like, I know what I'm doing here, that it makes it unique. Because I really feel like the first Conjuring wasn't that great. I just think it did that stuff that is in the textbook. Hey, make a horror movie better than most. And I think that what makes that even better is like that heart, that relationship with I forget their names again. Ed and Lorraine. Yeah, that relationship I think does work for the most part. I really thought there's something there. Like Ryan meant, like we mentioned the part where, like, to promise me it won't go that far. And we all agree, we all know that, like, it's gonna go that far. Of course it will. But this movie did it good enough that they interact with these kids and this mother, and you're like, fuck, okay, we know how this is gonna go, and even they know. I'm sure, like, it made me believe that when that character said it, she meant it as like a person. Like, I'm hoping nothing goes far, so please tell me that, just make me feel safe, that it's not going to go far, and you're not going to have to do this. But I know that if it does get to that, you're going to do it. Mm-hmm. But just fucking reassure me that things are going to go okay. And, yeah, I fucking love it so much. Oh, man, it's so good. I like it more than the first one, personally, because I think it strays a little bit more from that fucking template. And when it is heartfelt, it works well. And when it's trying to be silly, it works well. Mostly because Patrick Wilson is fucking charming as fuck. I love Patrick Wilson so much.
Patrick Wilson's great.
Holy shit, he's so good. Totally. I see him in more horror movies. Not that he doesn't have enough, but he's so good and handsome and wonderful, and I love him.
What are you saying here, George?
Are you saying I love Patrick Wilson?
Okay.
And he gets a musical number.
He does, and it's fucking so good.
So
it's
nice.
so nice and calm. Like, fuck, we're watching a horror movie, right? We're not watching like some like family that's down on their luck, and here comes this family who's gonna take care of them. Like, oh no, there's a ghost here. Oh, it's so good. Like that stuff that breaks it out. Like, oh fuck, that was like nice and warm and human and felt genuine.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice. But hey, we got ghosts. No time for that shit. Yeah, I really like this movie. I really liked it. I don't know if there's much else to say about it. It surprised me. I did not expect it to be good.
I'm really happy that it was good.
Yeah, good. Insidious 2, though, not that great of a movie. Insidious 1 is just weird because he has no expectations. He's just like, I'm gonna make this fucking weird fucking thing.
I love Insidious. I really like that movie.
Bananas and dumb.
I love that movie
the first
so
half
much.
is good. Once it gets into the further, it's like, okay.
So
That's
the first
my
half is
favorite
Yeah, the
part.
first half is controlled, and then it's like, okay, now we're gonna go fucking off the rails. We're just gonna go fucking wild.
I love that movie.
I like Insidious for its being stupid and crazy.
No.
I like all the rocking horses that just kind of...
The rocking horses that show up, and then when the trailers for the second one came out, there was like a row of rocking horses. Like, oh shit!
So yeah, I really want. I know James Wan's supposed to do an Aquaman movie, and I really want him to take some time off and really fucking, because he's obviously inspired by stuff in horror and in movies, because he's making cool shit. He's not making just whatever the fuck. I really want him to like take a break, take a vacation, really look at the stuff that inspires you, because he's on to something fucking really good. Because man, that movie like was on like Exorcist levels almost, of like just close to like Exorcist levels of good. I really fucking loved it.
I don't know, I feel like maybe after Aquaman, like, because he did the latest Fast and Furious, right?
I keep confusing Justin Lin and Justin Wan. And
He did do a Fast and Furious.
He did 7, right?
He did 7, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And that's why they were like, oh, let's get this
And
guy
Justin Lin
on
went to go do
Aquaman.
Star Trek.
Yeah.
And James Wan's going to go do Aquaman.
Yeah,
Okay, right.
I feel like
That's
after Aquaman, then that might give him like a good break, and then like come back and like reassess like what was good and what didn't work in his horror movies.
And I don't know where you go from it, because you can't. I don't know. Like, it would feel shitty. It would feel cheap and shitty to finally actually like break this like couple apart now. I feel like it'd be cheap and dumb. Like, okay, don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
Don't kill it
they're
now.
based off real people. And,
Yeah, sure, right.
And I think they stayed together. They
Yeah,
were-
I know. Yeah. If they break up, like, yeah, but don't kill them off or whatever. That'd be shitty.
I'm pretty sure one of them is still alive, and I think the other one died of old age.
I believe that Lorraine is still alive because she was in a lot of they had some promo stuff with her. Like, they had a few interviews with her for The Conjuring.